Hey guys, how are you guys doing today, man? Today is Monday. Hope you guys are well. Yes, we are definitely here. We're gonna be doing another round of we have to pick it up with Epps Fleet. Or maybe today could be Epps Fleet. Today could be just making tactics. One or the other, man. Amir, how are you, man, Amir? Welcome to the stream. What are you guys doing? Yes, the whole debate is whether I want to continue with Epps Fleet because Absolutely is an interesting challenge. I mean, English challenge. We were going to do Gloucester, but the Gloucester save crashed. So it's like you invest some time into a nice save and it's gone. It's quite sad. The other thing we could do is create tactics, like different kinds of tactics. That was also another thought on my mind. Yeah, we could do that. Like how many different tactics can we create that make that look beautiful? Just beautiful tactics. That's another thing I was thinking of doing. Yeah, I haven't decided yet because I feel like doing something like that right now more than playing Epps Fleet. Like how many different kinds of formations. If you look at the folder, right, the Dropbox folder, you'll see a lot of tactics inside there. I mean, like I've got like so many, but I go through my phases and usually I stream. Basically, it's to catch up with you guys as well. Yeah. So we what about this Gloucester team? Gloucester actually with this team already, we've already got promoted, right? 8 points clear, champions of the Vanrama National League. So now they're going to go into League 2. Looking at this team, will they be ready? I mean, looking at their facilities, they're not that fantastic. So we can't expect players to come through the academy to be outstanding enough for us, right? And then if I'm looking at the squad itself, the aggression levels are okay, but that's not the starting 11. If I look at the starting 11, it's quite weak. So if we were to go up, that would be a question there as well. So how do I know whether or not we how in terms of players, right? Where do I change? First up, if I were to look at how we were playing our tactical system, quite straightforward. We created the expected goals for. You look at this. Now, if you look at expected goals for, right, we didn't do that good. Because in all my tactics, whenever I play with any team, I want to be on top in terms of expected goals for, and in creating the most goal scoring chances. So if I'm looking at this, we were okay. That means that we performed really well in front of goal, and reflected with this as well. Expected goals over performance, which generally is like how good were your players at finishing difficult chances and good chances, right? Because if the higher your the higher XG, this is just taking the goals divided by XG, or in this case, I mean my formula is a lot more easier to understand. I really don't see how this helps me very much. Most of the time, it's more like I take goals divided by XG, then I divide it by XG. So what will happen is if your goals are equal to XG, means your boys are not very good at finishing chances. You don't want 1-for-1. You want something like 130 goals for 100 XG. So you want a ratio of 1.3. So here we are close to that. It's not that bad in terms of the boys finding the back of the net. And then we're looking at the players themselves. Then if you're looking at the guy who finds himself in lots of good goal scoring positions is this guy, Rakic Bingham, 31 years old, expected goals 24, got himself 30 goals is good. I mean, this 24, these two strikers were outstanding. Ashley Naderson, not so much. Like if I see this number like that, 22.21, and then I see 21 means yeah, he delivered what he could deliver. Here we got 15 and 22. This is outstanding as well. Dominic Polion, I expect goals only 15. He gave us 22. This is a fantastic return. So our strikers were really on fire. I mean, like that's just the numbers. If you wanted to see that way. So analyzing tactical systems is not that difficult. I mean, it shouldn't be that difficult, right? So conversion rates, looking at this, anything above 25% is generally considered a good number. So we've got conversion rates of all these players are solid. Shots on target, and then goals. Yeah. But right now, I think the team's problem is here. Open play key passes. As in, who's the one creating the most chances? Now, this is about 53 now. If I come inside here as well and I look at open play here, 2.15, 1.81, 1.1. If I compare this to some of my better numbers, right, this is not good enough. This is quite average. So if this team is to go up into the League One, we will have big problems. So we're gonna have to, here in this team, you just got to go out there and stick, like, get a few players that can finish or create chances. Now, how would I know then, right? So if I'm looking at Epps Fleet will be using these two tactics. What is, Hail Mary, different Hail Mary, not a 4-1-3-2 Hail Mary. Liverpool better go and win the EPL. I know. Last night they lost to Fulham. I mean, looking at Liverpool right now, I think they've got some tough games coming up. They've got to play Chelsea, right? And I think Arsenal is there as well. Some of these matches that they have, I mean, they only need 11 points. But based on yesterday's performance, never discount a team that's already going down, right? So I think they discounted the team that was going down. Yeah, so I think Liverpool didn't show up. They have to win. Now they'll become the laughing. This is going to be the greatest punchline of all time, man. So this tactic is actually quite safe. We're using two inverted fullbacks, two CDs. This isn't one of those like I want to go and score lots of goals tactic. This is more like I'm defending and playing long ball. That's all I'm doing. No? So it's like I've got these two static. This is what I call basically more or less like a static midfield, right? So then there's not too much creativity at the back as well. Looking at all the, it's all not very creative. It's like, can we get the ball up and hope? Yeah, that's it. And here as well, this is basically just a simple winger-based attack system. That's it. And it's worked for us, but this is like I'm punching above my weight kind of tactic, right? So this is making it difficult for opposition teams to try and score goals against me, and then I hit them on the break. And it's easy because we've got players here who have got jumping reach. He can play as a target man, and this guy, Jerry Polion, can play as a finisher, and they've got right. So yeah, but can these two deliver in League One? League Two rather. I don't know. We got this boy, Odo Coniero. Oh, okay. Now you got to come inside here, change something again. Colors. Just realized that's Premiership colors, I think. Yeah, skin colors. We got to change the skin colors now. Excellent. This is not going to help me because this is set up for the top division. So I'm in league. So I should be, average threshold attribute should be 10. This one should be 11. And this one should be 12. Yeah, that's the numbers I'm gonna have to look at. The tactic is okay. This is a safe tactic, a regainer. It's one of those like there's not. But right now I feel like creating tactics for the fun of it. Yeah, it's part of me that just wants to go and create as many tactics as we can. And I just upload them, and then you guys want to go and play with them as we can. But yeah, I want to like do scenario, like we have a scenario, right? And then I have to do something with that team and come up with a tactic. Seems like fun. Like, I'm toying with the idea of like a scenario safe. Anything in the world that plays like that tactic you made? No, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't look at teams in the real world. Honestly, right now, to be perfectly honest with you guys, right? When I'm making all these tactics, right, I'm making them for the game. I don't look at a real team in real life and go like, oh, this is how they play in real life. I'm going to set it up. No, I don't, because for me, it's like, I find it hard to reconcile between the two. I'm one of those guys who's got this real straight. I'm very like, I don't know, there's no gray area for me. I look at it as a game, man. I mean, yeah, I probably can think of teams that just sit back and just pump the ball up and then got 4 guys running off and trying to score goals. I remember Wales doing it in the Euros. I still remember how they played. They had like the whole team behind the ball and only 2 players on the attack. That's when Gareth Bale was in the team and he was already past his prime. And what they would do would be to hoof the ball out to Gareth Bale. And then Gareth Bale, because he's past his prime already, he can't really run that much. So he'll receive the ball, beat one player or two players, and then he would just loft the ball in front from another guy to go and try to score goals. So I was, yeah. But in real life, the two things. I find that whenever I play this game, and there's a lot of talk about how you can make these tactics look like a real life team, and I'm going like, yeah, not really. I can't be convinced. I know there's all artists. Yeah, I mean, to each his own. To me, it's like, okay, okay, look at this. The board are delighted with the deal to sign Josh Ruffles. So we got this guy in. He's ready, for League One. So this is a good signing that I did with this team, because looking at the attributes, right, and how they're distributed. Remember, I just went to change the skin colors, right? So basically, what it tells me is if I go to League One, he's gonna be average. In some areas, he's actually better than average, right? So what are the areas I'm looking at? Remember what I did here? I don't know if you guys remember this, right? So okay. So here, skin colors, right? I set this up for 10, 11, 12, right? So average is 10, good is 11, and excellent is 12. Which attributes am I specifically looking at? Technical and mental. For those, because physical attributes, we all know these can go quite high. So looking at anticipation is slightly above average, concentration above average, decision making above average. I mean, this is like 12. It's like the passing grade for championship and the top flight. Top flight 12 is like, okay, you got the barest minimum to play in the top flight. So if I were to look at him, he is not that far away. I mean, we can use him. His composure is the only one that's weak. And if I wanted to retrain him, it would be a case of like redistributing attributes already, because he's reached his peak of his, he's basically where he is. So I probably would just come in here and go like, okay, fine, let's see what we can do. Let's not lose too much of him. Lose too much of what he can do, and just to keep it here. And then final third is the only thing that gives us composure, but I don't think he will improve this. But at least I maintain these attributes. He might lose some of the physical attributes, and then if we redistribute, it's going to go towards crossing, dribbling, because attributes do get redistributed. That's the whole purpose of this training thingamajig thing that we have here. Okay, so looking at our players, not too bad. Some of the players did quite well. We won the National League. And I was okay. We did it. We did okay, for our first season. Now the question is, what do I do? I don't know what to do, man. Can I survive with the same team? Right, let's look at the squad, right? Contracts. This is one of those crazy saves, so I don't even know what's going on. I'm trying to see. This is why I don't like what these guys saves, right? Now I gotta ask myself, who do we keep? Okay, Mark Cousins, goalkeeper. No. Okay, Luke O'Neill. Too slow already. Fullback. I mean, he's a slow fullback. Todd Kane. He's not bad, right? He's okay. I think he can still play. So fullback. He's got crossing. Yeah. This guy is Dominic Polion. 12, 12, 11. I mean, he could still play in the next year. Josh Ruffles, yeah, definitely we're gonna keep him around. I mean, Dominic Samuel, no thanks. He's gone. Half these players are gone, man. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. So many of you asking about tactics, right? I'll do a tactics run right now. Yeah, because you're asking about tactics. So I'll just do a tactics one. Load game, we go to Atalanta. Okay. So I'm going to change the name of the stream. Let's make some tactics. All right. Okay. That's it. We're going to make some tactics. Easier that way. Okay. All right. Easier this way. All right, so I've just put it in a stick. Okay, I love the whole shape setting. Is there any player roles you would avoid in that? Okay, whole shape. Okay, I'll show you I'll do it. Okay, so I'm gonna load a tactic here, and we're gonna try with different tactics. Okay, so helps answer the question. Now, whole shape is a very good instruction for some tactics, but not for all. Tactics that are midfield heavy, right? They're great because you got more players in midfield. But tactics are top heavy, like the 4-1-4-1 that I made, right? The one with the like 5 players in attack, or Galileo, or some tactics that got so top heavy, you got like 4-2-4, for example, is another one. Those tactics, right? If you start playing whole shape with them, then you could run into some trouble because your players are already in the attacking third. So you probably want tactics like a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 will be fine. 5-2-2-1, 5-2-3, 5-2-3, 5-3-2, 4-4-2. These are all very good formations for whole shape. Now let's just pop in the crazy gambit. Okay, so like for example, this tactic here. How many attack duties do I have? I got 1, 2, I got libero. So here, this tactic is a very good example of one that can use whole shape really well. But if I wanted to play this whole shape tactic, right, I would have to be aware of the fact that the whole goal of whole shape is just the instruction is a transition instruction, meaning once I want the ball back, right, what do we do? Right. So if I were to counter straight away, it only helps if I've got attack duties in the final third, right? So or target man or advance forward. So you're looking at your roles first. Do you have an advance forward? Do you have a target man? Okay, then counter is really good. If you have an advance forward, a target man, and you're playing whole shape, why? Because an advance forward is a focal point of attacks, right? So whole shape would really be good if you have like roles like even a poacher. Poacher would be very good. Pressing forward, complete forward. So certain roles really do well with whole shape because you're moving a team around. Now, what about a ball-winning midfielder? If I were to put a ball-winning midfielder here, no biggie. It's fine. You play a ball-winning midfielder here, and I'm going to play a defensive midfielder here. 1 CM attacking. What happens is your ball-winning midfielder is just playing high up the pitch trying to win the ball back. So whole shape doesn't really affect you very much. I mean, it just means that your team is not going to counter at every single opportunity. So in a formation like this, where you have a poacher keeping the attention of defenders and a ball-winning midfielder is just hustling there, what this role does really well is it works with counter press. Because counter press is you want the ball back, right? And the ball-winning midfielder, because you're using a ball-winning midfielder, he tends to win the ball high up the pitch. So this is how I think of it. Right, so I don't think there's any roles I would avoid in it. For whole shape is understanding what those roles bring to the table. That's more important. I'm more about like, why do I play a libero? Gives me like right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it even more interesting. So if I will play a libero, the DLP, what I have here now is playmaking pivot in a 2, right? So let's try something something that I normally don't advise people to do. So we're going to have an inverter wingback coming here, a libero coming here. There'll be 3, 4. Let's see how many of them we go. Okay, this is crazy. This is never going to work. Never going to work. I don't think it's ever going to work. Yeah. But we got whole shape as well. So it's gonna be quite crazy. And then whole shape, probably I'm gonna bring it down to balance so we don't try any risky stuff. I bring tempo down as well. Okay. So that whole shape is one of those if you want to play whole shape, don't go out there and play on a very high mentality as well. No. Whole shape does not prevent positional play. Positional play will happen regardless of what you are. Positional play only will happen because of the roles that you're using. So it's not because of whole shape. Yeah, positional play always happens. Yeah, if you're using, like in this case right now, do I have positional play happening in my tactic? No. Libero and inverted wingbacks are the only ones here, but this is a defensive one. But in the offensive third, I have no positional play happening. Right, so looking at my players, see, these are my defenders, right? So they got the ball. I mean, Toloi is like the worst choice for central defender, but hey, too late. Now he's considered a goal. So like, yeah, I use the, what do you call it? The two inverted wing backs, right? Whole shape setup probably is a really bad move. Yeah. These are here. I've got a, come out with this. Let's see how it does here. Okay, we got 2D classics enough. We go to comprehensive highlights. Just gonna make a whole slew of tactics. Yeah, positional play happens in transition, but it does not. Whole shape does not prevent, because your roles are still gonna obey the positional play rules. Right? So whether you're in transition or not, it doesn't mean that whole shape stops positional play, because whole shape is about not countering. That's all. Don't counter at every opportunity. Hold your position, because you have to remember, when you do a counter, the player breaks away. Then you've got maybe a couple of roles or players there who suddenly have their attacking mentality is jacked up. Yeah. So here we have whole shape. Actually, now you got to see a bit more. So right now, I'm playing a really insane tactic. Okay, look, we got inverted wing back. There's no point playing this. This is so mental. But he's going up. This tactic has absolutely no one going up in the center. Yeah. So what I'll do is I will tell this guy to be a winger on attack. Ball winning midfielder. PLP on support. Okay, this might help. Because they don't have enough players giving us width in this tactic. Because every time you see inverted wing backs, right, you kind of sacrifice width. Because these guys, they will go into the midfield tier. Yeah, it's not confusing. It's people read too much into instructions. Just remember, positional play is roles, right? Yeah. How roles are playing. Yeah. Just it. Your whole shape is just about not to counter every time. That's it. Be a bit more patient with trying to create a goal scoring opportunity. That's all. Yeah. This kind of a shape is terrible. I honestly, right, one of the tactics I don't play anymore is the 4-3-3, because I've got to think about all this. See what I mean? Look at that. See. Watch out what happens. Well, because also you got to remember, if you play whole shape, right, your tactic better be designed for it. No? Like this what's the use? They all jam up in the middle, right? So we take this guy, we turn him into a fullback on what? Fullback on support, and we turn this guy into like a fullback on support, right? Straight away the tactic will play differently. Because we've taken out the two nonsensical roles, right? Because all they are doing is jamming up the center, not giving us any width. So if you want to play whole shape, right? Whole shape. The best way to play whole shape is with a tactic that's designed to occupy all 5 channels. Like this, the one I did with the inverted wing backs, it's not occupying all 5 channels efficiently because it's got a whole host of players in the center because of the 2 inverted wing backs. So you're better off if you want to play whole shape. Whole shape is like the best way for me to describe whole shape is Pep Guardiola, not Man City this season, no, Man City 2 seasons ago. The way they used to play, they wouldn't attack at every single counter attack. They'll be patiently probing a team and stretching the team out and then looking to craft high quality chances. So that's what whole shape can help you do. But to do that, you need good players. I need composure. Yeah. So positional play will happen regardless of it. Because if you play whole shape, right? Okay, now I play whole shape now I play all the positional roles here. Okay, roaming playmaker. Now roaming playmaker going up. I put Mazzala here. Support. Now, if I have a Mazzala, then I'll probably turn this guy into a winger on support. Mazzala is going to come here. Maybe not. No? Maybe we'll just make it even more funky. Mazzala inverted winger, wing back on support. Oh, this is crazy. This is going to be funny. Okay, then CM, we play, okay, now we've got a whole other group of players. Fullback, CM attack. Underlap, no, we just do an overlap. Okay, all right, let's go. You're still going to get, now your positional play is not going to be, it's only affecting the roles, right? So, whole shape, you can. No problem. Whole shape is a nice setting. But you got to have the players for it now. And you must create a tactic with width. Yeah. Otherwise, you cramp. Too many players in the same area. And chances are you'll generate a lot of possession. Because you're just being very methodical about creating chances. See, now the fullbacks that come here, there's no cramping in the middle like we saw earlier. And we are moving this team around. So if I were to play against like a back five like this, right, my whole goal would be to do this. See what's happened? Earlier, we were playing right into their hands. We had too many players in the center. Now I've got the width from these two roles. So that's why I also went to an overlap instead of underlap. So I go around the tree. Then I can get the players up the pitch. And then we're looking to create goal scoring opportunities. Now, all I need to do now is go high up my mentality. There we go. Okay, what can we do? Oh, okay, I'm gonna go very wide. Gotta use the full width of the pitch. What are the instructions that confuse you a lot about Football Manager? The problem with the game itself is I know the definitions aren't very good. Yeah. They've never been good. No? Because as I can't put everything in the details of the tactic. Yeah, we're all over this team now. Okay, so I can go to key highlights. And we have a roaming playmaker that's pushing up in the final third. Yeah. What are your thoughts about being more expressive versus more disciplined? Be more expressive, it's just creative freedom. Yeah. So you have more players making more, they're given more latitude in terms of decision making. And chances of them holding their positions, like, you know, sometimes you'll see players roaming a bit more, like some roles they might be roaming, as in, you know, sometimes you see a central midfielder moving to the left side and then to the right side of the pitch, right? That can happen quite a lot on higher mentalities as well. So what Be More Disciplined actually does is it reduces the tendency to do that. So when I use Be More Disciplined, I tend to use it a lot more with when I'm trying to close down a game. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure that I don't lose the game. Yeah, that's when I tend to use Be More Disciplined a lot. Like I've got a 1-0 lead. I want to see out the rest of the game. Sometimes I will drop my mentality and also play with Be More Disciplined. Yeah, especially with this. Right. If I want to close the team out, right, I don't want to give them too much space. You could do that. Then I want my players to not roam around too much. Yeah. Like if I'm trying to hold on to a win. I mean, now I'm not really holding on to a win, but we could change his role to a pressing forward. But the guy got nobody attacking the box except for him. Yeah. So if whole shape would be better to be more disciplined, no, don't. Whole shape, you want more creativity in your team. If you're holding shape like this, it's more like I don't want to lose the game. If I do whole shape, it'd be more disciplined. It's more like I don't want to lose the game. I want to just walk away with a point. Give you anti-football. So you can play whole shape. You can play whole shape, be more expressive as well. There's no like rule that says you have to use hold shape with this and hold shape with that. Yeah. Because like this 4-3-3, this formation is one of the more like defensive formations in the whole game. Very hard for you to very hard for teams to like, you know, break it down. Let's try this one. Slot 4-2-3-1. So here, right, we got a 4-2-3-1 inverted winger. I don't know. These are all tactics from you guys. You guys made these tactics. I'm just playing with them. Inverted winger, sit narrower. Okay, well, maybe too many inverted wingers for my liking. I go to my own folder. Okay, let's see what else we can make. Okay, let's try this Bears 4-2-3-1 from season. DM, fullback. This is a very safe tactic. Yeah. This is one of those, right, that will really do well with hold shape. Okay. So we come inside. That's why I did not check this. This is the reason why I didn't check this though. Because you see, look at my tactic, right? It's got 2 inside forwards. It's going at one spot. It's got roaming AP. It got 2 DMs on support. So this is a static pivot. Fullbacks are coming up the pitch and we're underlapping. So these guys are going to go in through the middle. And these guys are also going to attack from the half channel. Now, if I were to do something like this, I can easily go hold shape and be more disciplined as well. Let's try it, huh? So that's how I use hold shape. I'll show you how to do it. Just now we were 4-3-3, right? Some formations do really well. Some formations you play hold shape, you're asking for trouble. Like the 4-3-3 is great with hold shape, but then 1-0, you're not going to create a lot of good goal scoring opportunities. Okay. Yeah, I've only selected 14 from possible 15. No. Okay, let's go. All right, so we're going to pop this in. I don't know who these players are. Okay, so we got AP, roam from position. AF, take more risks. We don't want to do this right now. Mark tighter, tackle harder. Okay, fine. Was this guy dribbling more? No. Sit narrow, dribble less, cut inside, take this guy out. This guy is dribble less, take this guy out. We're gonna get these 2 guys coming in. These inside forwards are closing down more. Okay. All right, let's see what happens here. Okay. Briefing. All right, let's go. Okay. So we start now. We gotta go to comprehensive highlights. Okay, so I'm gonna change this tactic now. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do now is gonna do the whole shape. So play our defense, and I'll just bring it up a bit more because I want some width with this tactic when I do whole shape. I'm gonna be more expressive, and I'm gonna hold shape. So I'm gonna move the ball around quite a lot. We're gonna drop this. I'll leave it like that. Play shorter passing. Positive mentality. The passing is quite short. All right, let's go. You can use that, but I wouldn't worry about rolls when it comes to whole shape. It's just about what does whole shape actually do. The Jumanji guy, how are you, man? I'm employing a mid-block tactic. Look to invite the opposition team closer to the half pitch line because I would love to have more space to bomb forward after I win the ball. Does this usually work? Yeah, it can work, but you have to. The tactic has to be set up set up to win the ball in midfield. So you probably need to make sure that your players have high aggression, especially those guys in midfield. And yeah, if you're top heavy, you probably won't be winning the ball in midfield because you got so many players, right? Yeah, so you probably have to have a tactic set up to do that. Like I think you can do it with you can do it with a 4-2-3-1. So you can see, right, whole shape. I don't know if you guys have noticed how whole shape is working here. Okay. All right, so whole shape only works when you win the ball back. So okay, so now there are 2 instructions, right, in the transition. One is what's that? The first one is called this is counter. Okay, this is not whole shape, this is counter. So what will happen at this point, because we've chosen whole shape, the team will not counter. As in, yeah, you saw what happened. So they didn't counter at all. Can On left wing worker, can on left wing winger work on attack in this system? In this system, yeah, if you wanted to play a winger, right, ask yourself a question. What does a winger bring into the whole tactic? Okay, so, let's assume I have a winger here and I want him to go and score goals, or rather cross for this guy to score goals, right? So I probably would try and turn this into like a more creative flank. So what I'll do is I'll remove the focus play and the underlap from this side of the pitch. Why? Because if I play focus play underlap, now I've got what with the focus play and underlap, what I've created, right, is two very balanced sides that are looking to create opportunities when they get a chance. Because if the right side does it, then the left side goes attacking. If the left side does it, then the right side goes attacking. But right now, I want to emphasize one side. So in this particular case, what I've done is I've emphasized this side. So I want Lukman to go in. So that's how I would do it if I had the situation you have, right? Nasta, which is you want to exploit one winger on attack. Then I'm going to make sure that this guy is the one taking more risks. And this guy is taking fewer risks. Because what's going to happen is when you set one to take more risks and the other one to take fewer risks, one DM is going to be higher than the other DM. The one that takes more risks tends to be the higher placed one. So if we do like a switch of play, it will be from the right side, they'll switch the ball to the other side. So that's how I would do it. Can we do a system with the RPM and CM strata? RPM and CM strata. What kind of formation? 4-2-3-1. RPM and CM strata. Okay. So now we have a winger on attack. So what's going to happen is a lot of the attacks are going to come from the right side. Because the attacks are going to come from the right side, the left side will have space. And if you want the attacks to be principally like, okay, I want to go all the way to the right and then I'll switch the ball to the other side, right? What you do is you come here, you increase the width. You increase the width, then make sure your passing is at least here. This is like mixed passing. 4-3-3. 4-3-3 is not efficient. I'm telling you, don't try RPM in a 4-3-3. It won't work very well because it's got 7 players in defense. The 4-3-3, the RPM is gonna get up the pitch, right? It's gonna have only 2 players to play off, and then you end up creating a role that is gonna drop between tiers, and then you're looking for only limited players in attack. Yeah, 4-3-3. The two central midfielders, right? Generally, the best combination is one who attacks the box and the other one who either tries to help him by winning the ball high up the pitch. Yeah, so I wouldn't use RPM in a 4-3-3. It just won't be efficient. If you want to do like a tactic where you've got like a RPM in the center of a 3-man midfield, probably one of the more interesting ways of doing it would be with a 4-3-1-2. So we can see right now, right, we're still trying and to try this lopsided attack, which is not my favorite. Because I like the 4-2-3-1s to focus play left and right, so you can ding dong both sides of the pitch. Okay, what I can try and do is draw the other team, right? Like somebody was asking about mid block. Okay, drop it down here. Much higher. Okay. Step up more. And pass into space. Tempo higher. In fact, very high. Don't waste time. We got this 2, 3. Let's see if we can. So now I'm doing a mid block. What formation would be your choice with it then? With the RPM in the center of the park? A 4-4-2. That's the best. 4-4-2 is the best. Because then he has got like in a 4-4-2, right? He will have 4 players for him. Like, you got the wingers and the 2 strikers. So in that setup, I think I like a 4. I would love to use a RPM in that one. I think RPM with a ball-winning midfielder would be quite solid. So now we're playing a mid block. Right, so you can see even a 4-2-3-1, the mid block, right? With your mid block only works because we are playing with a higher defensive line. If I play with a low defensive line, a mid block, the midfield, the back line is not supporting midfield. So you got to play a very effective mid block, right? But your back line has to support your midfield because you look at the formation, right? The formation, the 4-2-3-1 has only got 2 central midfielders, right? And then there's got these 3, what was it called? The 3 attacking guys, right? Who are, they're not always going to be coming back to do the mid block effectively. So this way I get the 2 fullbacks to support the mid block. You're using a CM on defense. It could be a problem, no? Because the CM is too deep for your mid block to be effective. So what you want is really the two roles in midfield to be the same duty. That way they don't offset each other, because what you end up getting is one guy is too deep and the other one is too high. So on one side of the pitch, your mid block is working. On the other side is waiting for them to come even deeper. So what I've done is so what I like to do is I like to play 2 support duties, knowing that one is going to be positioned slightly higher than the other one by adding the take more risks and take fewer risks. So this is how I set it up as a mid block. Because these jokers are not really attacking me. So I'm like trying to draw them out 56 minutes in and we still haven't scored a goal yet. Sometimes what we do here, right, is everyone attack the team. There we go, again mid block. Lukman is trying his best. Okay, I don't know. Do we have a left-sided player? Do we have one? Do we have a winger? God, this team is terrible. Looks like you're the only one I can depend on. All right. Okay, wherever you are, come in. I'm just making a substitution for the sake of making one. Smack. Yeah, now I'm just making for the sake of doing one. Yeah, we need some fresh legs, I know the rune is a bit aggressive. Yeah, what in the fourth you're playing 2? Oh, you're playing 2 central midfielders. I think you want to do a mid block. I think you should play with DMs. If you play with CMs quite high up the pitch, then you could open yourself up quite easily. I probably play 2 DMs, not 2 CMs. If you play 2 CMs, like it's in 4-2 CMs, here, I'm using DMs, right? You put them here high up, then... Because here we got 3, in the mid block. So it's quite hard for the AI to get through my midfield. My favorite formation for RPMs, my favorite formation for RPM right now is the 4-1-4-1. I only like using RPMs as a solitary DM because they're the best. That is the best position, hands down, the best position for them right now. Because they're so good at linking up play. It's a very overpowered role in Football Manager. Very overpowered. And the thing is that once you put them in a 2, right, they lose. I don't know, but they just don't work as well as like when they're by themselves. You want one offensive playmaker on central midfield. I want to play a 4-3-3 whole shape tactic with possession. I want the DM to be DM defend. I want offensive playmaker. Probably AP on attack. I'll probably play AP on attack. Because you really need somebody to get into the box. Yeah. In a 4-3-3, a 4-3-3 will struggle if you don't have that player attacking the box. So if I were you, I'd just have an AP on attack. That's how I would do it. We're trying to break this team down. We are not doing too well, are we? We're very patiently trying to probe this team with whole shape. Whole shape is like this. You're probably going to end up doing this for long periods of time. No? Yeah. That's too many. Box to box, CM and support. The other midfielder, in a 4-3-3, I always play ball winning midfielder. Yeah. I don't know. I just like to play very high up the pitch with a 4-3-3 because there's so few players in the final third. 4-3-3 is, in my opinion, one of the more inefficient systems in the game because its defense is 7 players. It defends with so many players that you only leave yourself with a handful of fellas to attack. And then when you want to go and score goals, how many players have you got left? You're always left with like 2 guys on the flanks, right? You're always left with 2 guys. Now I'm going to turn this to the counter. Fullback attack. Yeah, man. We lost this game. Can you make a 4-3-3 smash? Can't be done. You cannot do a 4-3-3 smash. A smash system needs to have at least only 3 players back defending. Yeah. Or one must. A smash system has to have a wedge shape when they are attacking. So the only way you can do that with a 4-3-3 is, oh man, I'll try but I don't think, I still think it's fairly inefficient. We'll try. I'll try it for the next game. Because the problem with the 4-3-3 is imbalance. Every time you set one guy to attack, that flank becomes weak. Let's try 4-3-3. Okay. Load. I gotta find a 4-3-3, man. As a base tactic first. 4-3-3, okay. Alright, so DM attack, Mazala. Okay, I'm gonna turn it into an AP on attack. This one I'm gonna attack you a complete forward attack. Winger on attack. AP, Mazala, ball winning midfielder on support. You RPM. You gotta push up. You Libero on support. It's on ball playing defender. This guy fullback on attack. A winger on support. You coming in here. No. Inside forward on support. We need to get these guys to attack this scenario inside the ball. Inside with ball. Libero defender, sweeper, keeper, defend. On the lap. Right defense, pass into space. Counter press. All the way up to the top. By cross. Don't be scared. Let's see if this can work. CF on attack is gonna roam. This guy is gonna attack. This guy is gonna got a tempo cannot be too high. Okay. Because we got the tempo can never be high with this one because we need all these other players to come up. I dislike the 4-3-3. For entertaining football, I don't like the 4-3-3. Yeah, I'm sorry to say this. I know people do. Yeah, I think it's the most inefficient system because it defends. I'm one of those guys that believes, right? You want to win football, you win football games by, dominating the final third and scoring goals. But this has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defending. 3 in the center, somehow. 3 in the middle, no. So every time this guy goes attacking, this flank becomes weak. Yeah. That's why I don't like it. And after they added the positional play, yeah. For me, I like to play for me, it's like I am all about 1-3-6 transitions. Yeah, 6 guys attacking, 3 in midfield, 1 and 3. So I got 1 defender and the wedge. Yeah, that's what I like the most. Oh, we already lost 1 player. But Ancelotti said when cross goes down as halfback and again operates as a when cross goes down as a halfback and again operates as a playmaker. Quite good question. I can't answer that question. Yeah, that's really that's quite involved because I got to see the whole. You got to see the whole system. I never. Problem with real life football and trying to translate it to Football Manager is you got to look at how they are playing all the other roles. Yeah, the only way I can get him up the pitch cannot. That's why I say smash cannot work. Because the moment those 2 fullbacks go up the pitch, we are vulnerable. The other option I have, but the thing is, then I have to do this. Okay, invert the fullback on defense. This is the thing. That's the only way I can make it work like that. Now it will work. Money, I sacrifice and I have to keep 3 guys back. Can you elaborate on tempo and passing directness? Tempo is about if you do you think about tempo this way? It makes it a lot easier for people. Okay, tempo is about how many players do you want to see from your team attacking the final third? That's it. The lower your tempo, the more of your team will be in the final third. Of course, that all depends on the defensive line. So if you're playing with a standard defensive line, then it's going to take you a really low tempo to get everybody up the pitch, right? Because defenders are not really supporting midfield so much. So tempo is about how quickly you bring the ball from defense into attack and how you involve the whole team in it. So that's tempo. So if you play on high tempos, the ball is going to go from defense to attack relatively quickly. It could be just 2 or 3 passes and the ball is in the final third. So if you set tempo high, then you generally need attack duties in the final third that can take over, right, the ball. So imagine the defender just spraying the ball out to the winger, and the winger, if he's on support, what's the point, right? Because then he's just going to hold out the ball. He doesn't have enough support. Your tempo is too low. Your tempo is too high. He just plays a hopeful ball into the box, hoping that the striker can score from a really difficult chance. But if you lower the tempo, then you might see more players getting involved. Of course, that's subject to your defensive line. How many players, how deep is your defensive line? Your defensive line is very deep, then probably your defenders are going, the fullbacks are going, hey man, I'm not going up the pitch, man. So that's how you should think of it for tempo. Directness is all about just whether you're playing mixed passing, the more direct you're passing, the more into space you're passing the ball. Yeah. So because in Football Manager, all passing is defaulted to feet, not to space. Yeah. So if you were to play direct passing, you are basically telling the team, hey, you know what? I want you to try longer passes. And some of these passes, I want them to be in space. See, I don't like 4-3-3s. Yeah, you want to make it, the more attacking you make it, right? So that's the reason why whoever asked me, can you make a smash 4-3-3? Well, it can't work. Because in smash systems, right, we're only keeping one defender back and everybody else is attacking. So here, because it's lopsided, these tactics are lopsided, it can't be done. So you end up defending with too many players. Yeah. I mean, if you guys are wondering what's a smash system, it's a system which only has one defender back defending. So we have like one defender here, one here, and one here. That's a smash system, which basically only has one defender at all times. So you're attacking with as many as, at any time, right, you can have 6 players inside the box and they overpower defenses. So the 4-3-3's best one, I think, is still going to be like you set it up in default 2 like this, and then you can transition up the pitch. So like this will be a bit more safer. CM on attack, DM, 2 defense duties. When you trying this tactic, in game, tell you, if you don't need, there's no, that is overrated, no regainer wave. Yeah. Tactical familiarity is extremely overrated. People will tell you, oh, you need the team to get used to the tactic. That's actually overrated. Your team, if your tactic is decent, your team will be able to play the tactic. Yeah. It's got nothing. I mean, yeah, it does help like consistency of results, but honestly, you should be able to tell from the transition straight away whether the tactic is working. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. FFLA gaming, I have actually done that as a stream once before, where I actually adapted my tactic versus the opposition as their whatever formation they're playing. I'm trying to counter it. It can be done. It's a lot of work because you're looking at the formation and the changes and the roles and they're using. It can be done, but it's quite stressful. So I rather play a game where you create a tactic where the opposition can't play they can't play, period. So there's one formation that does that in the game. So my 4-1-4-1. So that is hands down for me the best formation in the game right now because that just prevents all sides from playing football against me. So yeah, it counters all tactics. Because it just doesn't let the formation come out of the third. Yeah. And I think to some extent, I even think that it's could be exploiting the opposition, the positional play system. It doesn't allow the positional play system to kick in. Yeah. I always believe that tempo is connected to passing primarily for some reason. Tempo is not related to passing. Yeah. Passing, tempo are all separate sliders that control different things. Yeah. Tempo is all about. Tempo is generally about, like sometimes, right? I play games, right? I see people. I see some tactics that you guys bring your tactics, and the word I hear is I can't score goals. Then I drop the tempo and we're scoring goals. It's as simple as that, no. It's as simple as that. That's basically it. So it's quite surprising for me, when I see tactics, right? And people go like, tempo is a meta. And I'm going like, there is a reason why some of these tactics are very strong. Like, that are built on high tempo. It'll be something like this. Right? So, okay, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so here we go. This is a high tempo tactic. No roam. Hey, thanks for the 100 bits, man. Thank you, man. Regainer waves. Yeah, now we're gonna make a high tempo tactic. Huh? You tell me why this is. Can someone tell me why this is high tempo? It'll be very interesting. I want to hear what you think. Yeah, this is very high. This is gonna be a high tempo tactic. Yeah, so we got. So first I got this roll here, advance forward. Then you got box to box. Maybe the box to box is just gonna run up. I'm gonna play a DLP from here. So this will be support duty. Then got another fella launching balls already. So got one launcher, got this guy attacking, got this guy attacking, got this guy attacking. One inside forward, one wing up. I'll tell you what, this winger becomes a support duty. So there's a lot of support coming from here. And then we'll turn this guy into a fullback on attack. Okay, so he's gonna run up the pitch. DLP. This guy's gonna shift. So it becomes a 3-man defense. Okay. All right, let's go. Like high tempo tactics, right? Generally, you will have like a couple of fillers who are attacking the box for the final third, and you don't want to waste time. You don't waste time. You just tell them, okay, this, go score goal. You got 3 fillers, 4 fillers on attack duties. You're playing at a higher mentality, right? So you're taking a lot of risks. That's a high tempo tactic, right? Tempo is about, okay, I don't want to waste time. Yeah, 3 fillers go and attack. And you generally find high tempo tactics to be like high defensive lines, high blocks, because you just don't want to waste any time. You just want to get the ball up the pitch as quickly as possible, okay, to your final third players. And all you got to worry about is whether or not your team has got the stamina, the work rate to pull it off. Yeah. And generally, you find in a lot of high tempo tactics, right? Advanced forward is the principal role. Yeah. It's because the advanced forward is a focal point of attacks. The moment you put the advanced forward into the match engine, right, the match engine goes, okay, we have to get this ball up the pitch quickly because we have an advanced forward. He's the focal point of all attacks. Yeah, okay, boom. So that's it, man. So that's how you look at tempo. Tempo is the instruction you put, no? But you can imagine, I've seen high tempo tactics where they put a support duty in front. It's like, what's the point? You get the ball up the pitch really quickly, then when it gets to the final player, the guy who's supposed to score the goals, he's dropping deep looking for other players. I'm like, huh? What? Why are you doing that for? So high tempo is like, advanced forward is like the best role. I mean, there's a reason why, people go like, oh, these are all very, very strong tactics. No, it's not like meta tactics. No, it's just people understanding roles and duties very well. Like, you understand roles, duties, and team instructions, and yeah, you can make yourself some very good tactics. So now you see, we're not wasting time. We're going to get the ball up the pitch. Okay, maybe they're wasting time. There we go. Finally. Not wasting time, right? They get the ball into the final third and then boom! I missed the shot. Idiot. I mean, hit them. What a waste. See? I want to say this. I raised the tempo a little bit, hearing input. The one that scored the goal the next 10 minutes was my advance forward. Correct. Tell you, tempo is intrinsically linked with duties and the roles you choose in the game. Very intrinsic. The thing is, this is the game. The game is not complicated. I think people make the game far too complicated by going things and saying things like, oh, you must use this instruction, you must use that instruction, you must use this instruction. It's like, come on, man, seriously? Do you know why those instructions are working the way they're working? That's more important. If you understand what they're doing, right, you know how fun the game is going to be for you. You make some crazy tactics. This is the reason why my Smash systems are so much fun to play. I love my Smash systems. They're all crazy tactics. But then you'll be making crazy tactics for the fun of it. Yeah. If I'm playing a normal tempo, is advanced forward still a good option? No, probably not. I wouldn't think it's a good option because wait. This question is actually a loaded question. You know why? You are Intanin. You have to look at tempo with mentality. Okay, if your mentality is attacking, then normal is fine. If your mentality is balanced, you play a higher tempo. You're trying to get the ball up the pitch quickly, but you're not taking too many risks to do that. So tempo, if you play on normal, it doesn't mean it's a bad tempo. No, it just means that you are okay. All right, fine. We're going up the pitch like, we're not rushing up the pitch, so to speak. We're not trying to get the ball up the pitch. You're going to use your roles and duties to bring up the pitch smoothly. So normal tempo is fine. You just be careful of the mentality and how it might affect it. That's it. We lost this game, Lazio to Atalanta, because you were messing around with the tactics at the start. Oh la la. Come. Yeah, I lost this game. Terrible performance. All we do is change tactics. Okay, come. Okay, let's see. What other shapes? We're going to try and make a 4-3-3 super high tempo tactic. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to make a 4-3-3 super high tempo tactic. It can be done, but it's a lot of work. You got to think of the rules. But it'll be fun. Yeah. So we're going to try and make one. Okay, I'm going to try and make one that brings everyone. First up, I'm going to throw you away. Advance forward, super high tempo. Okay. Winger on attack, inside forward on attack. Okay, all these guys are running up. Okay, we play roving playmaker on support. I'm going to drift. I don't know how this is going to work. Ball winning midfielder. And this guy will be a DM on support. Okay. Or DM on defense. Let's just be safe for once. Okay. Okay, this guy is going to be... CM on attack. Go, please. Cannot. No. Mazala on support. Okay, let's try that. He goes into the half space here. Fullback is coming here. Okay, fullback will come inside the center. Okay, I think half space fullback is running this way. Yeah, fullback is running this way. Mazar is going to be here. Advanced forward, inside forward. These two are going to try and score. Ball winning midfielder is up here, being a disruptive influence. We're only defending with one defender. Okay, so find the defender who's got the best jumping reach and anticipation. Okay, you come. All right. Okay. Okay. Quick. Rafael Toloi again. And then Scalvini. Okay, let's go. See if it works. I'm still adamant about trying to make that 4-3-3, you know. Oh. Okay, send assistant. Oh, kicking off already. All right, let's go attacking mentality. All right, so you got advanced forward, winger on attack, inside forward, Mazala in him. Okay. And then this guy on this side, got underlap, focus play. Okay, good. Okay, counter, press. Okay. Prevent. We're gonna do that. Okay, let's go. You should try 2 CM attack if you want to overload opponent. No, it's not. It's not a question just overloading the opponent. I know that 2 CM on attack, then 2 inverted wing backs. I've seen that done before. No. Yeah. Come on. Let's go trying to do. Okay, I'll try this 2 CM attack. Okay, 2 CM attack. This is gonna be funny. Okay, I'm hoping this doesn't destroy us. Leave me alone. CM on attack, 2 CM on attack. And then we got to get the fullbacks coming in. This guy's coming in. Wingers are overloading the center. We're gonna have a DM on defense already. No, we'll do a double here. Yeah, these two will be the creative fulcrum. Okay. I don't think it's gonna work. Wow, Luis Dang already scored. Brighton Hove Albion. Liverpool was so disappointing yesterday. Then to play Fulham. They didn't show up. The whole Liverpool team didn't show up. But credit to Fulham. You cannot discount teams who are at the bottom of the table. There we go. Okay. There's no work ball into box yet. Okay. Yeah, but it's still a run at defense and pass into space. The other option is to play the last striker is an F9. Then the 2 guys in the middle. Because right now, this guy is running out because of focal point attacks. Turning the poacher, he holds the 2 central defenders' attention. And then when that happens, the CM on attack, both the CMs can be goal scorers. So now we got this. This is what I was after. But because one joker here is not. We got the libero and then the DLP, right? So you got the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So the libero is the one. Liverpool do point charity. So yeah. Charitable team, Liverpool. Helping Fulham. Quite disappointed yesterday's game. Could have been, I think, once there was a lot of goals in a very short period of time for me. Again, yeah, they are getting to goal scoring positions, but they're not doing much with it. Okay, DLP on support. Don't defend anymore. Oh, finally. Oh, that's the problem with that one joker by himself. Nah, rather with the width. Because I got the two fullbacks coming inside. That's why I don't want the inside forwards. I don't want to use inside forwards. Because the two fullbacks coming inside as well. Two fullbacks are coming inside, and we're gonna overload these two positions. Because you're playing against another 4-3-3. Finally got the equalizer. Okay. Because here my fullbacks are also ghost threats. See, the fullbacks come into the half space, right? So they're more dangerous there. And the fullbacks are actually going to become goal scorers here as well. So I got fullbacks as goal scorers. So every time the play shifts to the left or the right, my goal scorers are the fullbacks as well as the two CMs on attack. And the poacher is just a decoy. And they scored a goal immediately. Ouch. Nah. That's because we have two CMs on attack. Okay, let's change this. Okay, so I still want to use this role. Right. Okay, I want to turn you into a ball winning midfielder. Go and win the ball in midfield. Okay. Right. Yeah. Second goal. Wow. That was funky. No, 4-3-3, 100% defense with 100% can defend with 7. Yeah. The thing is the thing is this, right? For me, any tactic which doesn't put pressure on this group is not enough for me. This is not should I use wingback or fullback in a 4-2-3-1? Should use fullbacks. Fullbacks are a lot more nicer. Oh, you have to use this. I have to uncheck this. Don't go to the middle. Don't join them there. And let's do this. Just play like that. And sit. Hey, Drew. Sorry I had to dash off. 442 RPM, BW, I'll give it a go. BW, I'm in defend or support. Support. You play as a support. What ball box is primarily used to reduce long shot attempts? No, reduce crosses and long shot attempts. Yeah. So if you want less crosses, use work ball into box. Yeah. Because long shots sometimes happen because the players they don't have enough passing options as well. And this is like the basic way all 4-3-3s can work. Inside, 2 double inside forwards, 2 fullbacks on attack, 1 CM on attack. Yeah, it won't go wrong. Like something like this won't go wrong. Like simply, but the problem is this 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't like this. I don't like the configuration. Way too many players in midfield. Yeah, because you're messing with tactics. Okay, change. Now we bring somebody else. Who else can we play midfield? I'll just put you. Okay, come here. You're home. Hey, Casino Square, long time, man. How are you doing? And what about Libero? I see you use Libero quite a lot. If you really work it as a role, pretty please, like a sponge, like sorry. Liberos are like a defender that turns into a defensive midfielding. But basically, a libero is like a playmaking central defender who steps into the midfield tier, right? So a lot of tactics, modern day systems use a 3-2 build out, meaning when the ball transitions from from defense to midfield to attack, right? When the ball goes from defense to midfield, they have a 3-2 shape. So some teams have like 3 defenders and 2 DMs, but that means you're playing with 3 central defenders, right? So that's like a way too many. How do you do that when you have a 4-man defense? So if you had a 4-man defense, then you get that impact. You get that 3-2 shape by using a libero. So the libero steps into midfield. Then you got 3 defenders after that. Yeah. So that's how you do it. How's things? Yeah, I got a calf strain, man. Casino Square. Once you reach a certain age, right? Once you reach a certain age, you forget you can't sprint as, your calves are not as they once were when you were 25 years old. Your body can't do the tricks you could do when you were 25. So I kind of tore my calf muscles. I won't say tear, all runners don't like the word tear. Yeah, more like strain. We like to use the word strain. Yeah, so I strained. So I think I have to go back and rebuild I feel like I have to be like the bionic man, no? I got to go and rebuild my muscles all over again. Yeah, my muscles are still tight. Still working my ass off trying to get the fitness back. I guess playing tennis for like 5 hours straight is not ideal at my age. I mean, I should have done sprints training. I didn't. My fault, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I just went straight into tennis. No, I mean, I'm fit. I go to the gym. Yeah, I go work out in the gym. But what I didn't do was calf strength training. I forgot to do that. So I asked for it, I guess. And the funny thing is, right, because I've got a bunch of about 8 friends. We play tennis together, right? So 3 of my other friends got calf strains too after me. So I was like, I started off the trend, man. Anyway, how's my Liverpool have 96 goals in 22 games and we're not top of the league? What? You got 96 goals in 22 games and you're not top of the league. What kind of a league are you in? Okay, let's try one more, okay? So we gotta just keep it simple. Okay, go this one. Okay, play a pressing for a so a poacher is also fine. So we're gonna do this. One Mazzala, we wanna have a Mazzala to half space, and then we'll do a fullback with a ball playing defender. Okay. What you can do is do something like this. Okay. Alright. Okay, Mazzala. This is gonna be different. Okay, be more expressive. Underlap, focus. Tempo will be very high. Okay. That's it. Yeah, something like that. Okay, that should be fine. That will be the one that works. Manchester City have plot armor. They are open. Yeah. In the game, right? Yeah. In the game, right? I find that some of these clubs, right? Ridiculous, how good they are. Yeah. I find it very ridiculous how good some of these clubs are. They're so too good, I don't know. I'm wondering what FM26 is going to be like. So far, I have to admit, I really have to admit, the silence from SI is deafening. No word, no news, no nothing. There was this much touted update a long time ago, right? Nothing, man. I got more updates from my late mother. I go and do a prayer. I can at least hear my mom somewhere. Seriously, not a single. Like the last one was what they had. I mean, I'm not talking about the fact that we can still play the game or we Game Pass. That's one. That's a bit out of the. TBA, three most famous letters that will be associated with the word SI. SITBA. Quite disgustingly. I still think that was the biggest PR disaster ever. And it's talking about them making a lot of PR boo-boos last couple of years. I mean, yeah. Oi! Nicolo Baroni blows a penalty. Come on now, don't be like that. Atalanta against Juventus. Even Juventus. XG table has you 14 points clear. Well, okay, they are on plus 15 XG, minus 9 on XGA, plus 16 on X points. Plus 50. Oh, no. You shouldn't look at that. What's their goals? What are their goals? I'm very interested. No, what's your XG and XG goals? Sometimes if your number is green, right? Like, okay, if you let's say your XG is 15 and your goals is like 17, right? Or not very far. You need a ratio of 1.3. If your ratio is like 1.3 or higher, I told you I had hate 4-3-3s. You just kept it simple. Right? Still the same. Oh, because of these two guys that go up, you always got a gaps in your tactic. XG plus XG means they have players. No, and I'm not looking. Your 78 XG, and I don't know what your goals are. No, your plus 18 goals, is it? Plus 18 goals is okay. Yeah. Plus 18 goals is okay. Yeah. The ratio is 1.3. Maybe strikers are doing well. And they don't look like XG is that bad as well. And it's not XG is okay. Yeah. Yeah. Attacking. No pass into space against this formation now. Defense. City are insecure financially in the Europa League. Huh? Wow. In your say, City is insecure financially. I never thought I'd see the day when somebody is safe as that. That's terrible. If they mess up FM26, will they be bankrupt? No, I think they'll be out of a job. If SI mess up FM26, right, Miles may not be in charge of the studio anymore. Yeah, that's how serious it'll be. Because I think they can be allowed like one lapse. But honestly, I think honestly speaking, them missing the targets already must be quite bad. It has to be quite bad because you can't afford to miss targets in this business. COVID were the good years for gaming companies, right? But once COVID ended, all these gaming companies had too many. They had to they have to rationalize their business model again. Yeah. I think it's going to be bad for them if they miss out on FM26. They can't afford to. But I don't think the game was that far away from. I don't think the game was that far away. Yeah. I think the problem for Football Manager is the fact that they have to work with 4 engines now, not 2. Like for us right now, FM24 is 2 engines. Match engine, graphics engine, right? So they've got 2 engines only, right? Okay. But for FM 25 and 26, they're going to have 4 match engines. So can you imagine the amount of rationalization in the numbers for 4 match engines is going to be? So it's going to be quite tough. So it's not that easy. So I guess when they came up, and then you got to transfer all that old the match engine code from their bespoke game into a new Unity engine. Is again, that's like we called it migration, right, of code. A migration of code is a nightmare of any company. It's a lot of work, man. It's not easy. So when SI said the other time, when I was in London when they said it, when they said they're confident of getting it out, I was sitting down there shaking my head. No, like that. I was thinking, I mean, I've done this before for a living, so I was like sitting down there, go ahead, read here. I'm a seriously, dude. You know, 8 million lines of code. How many fellas are you gonna hire? I'm looking at the office going, there are not enough chairs in this place to fit 8 million lines of you're gonna transfer 8 million lines of code. Millions of lines of code, right? And then you're talking about thousands of, they're talking about so many employees. All of a sudden, you need thousands of coders. First to write the code, then to verify the code, check the code. Then you got to break the code. And then every time something breaks, right, you got to go and look for where it's broke. So it's not easy. So yeah, guess I was a cynic from day one already. I was quite cynical. When they say, oh, we're going to have it, I was the first one to say, really? Oh, like, okay. So I think they're gonna have quite a fair bit to. There's gonna be challenges, lah. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. You come out. I don't know why you're playing. Okay, I think this is the best version I can make so far. When I look at it, oh yeah, right. Except we haven't done the set pieces. I never bothered with set pieces yet. When I say I never bother with set pieces, you know what I mean? The priorities. So. This one, does it have the fullbacks on running inside? Oh yeah, they do. I forgot to take that out. Penalty. No, I think SI is they gotta wait. No news is not good news. And the thing is this, right? Some people might think, right, that SI will release the game when the season starts next year. It won't be the same cycle as that means if FM26 does come out, right, it has to come out in November again. Yeah. So it's like a complete 1 year delay. It'll be the same. You have to wait 1 entire year. And we're still gonna have to wait for China and those leagues to, finish their transfer window. This is the best version. You cannot play with sit narrower for this tactic because of the 3 central midfielders, right? We can't have those fullbacks coming in to overpower. It's the fullbacks actually work in those fullbacks coming in, right? The playmaking fullbacks work in the 4-1-4-1, the 4-2-3-1. 4-1-4-1 and 4-2-3-1. Whenever there's only 2 midfielders, if you have 3, it doesn't work. So the best is still the 1 midfielder system and the 2 midfielder systems. So after this, I'm gonna make a 1 midfielder system so I can play with them. So many new guys having to, a lot of translation of code. No, pity them. And then furthermore, you got to talk about the. I mean, can you imagine, right? Imagine you got all these fellas that were trained the bespoke code, now having to go into Unity all of a sudden. You're telling me, and this means that SI is work very closely with the guys from Unity as well. So it's not like it's an easy thing. So when people got really uptight and go like, oh no, it's the end of the world, so and so should be this, so and so, I was like, people are like, you don't have to go and say bad things like that this guy's be fired or that guy's be fired. That's probably wrong. Because the challenges are they are nailers. The challenges are the challenge of doing it is huge. That's for sure. It's not easy. So, but having said that, because the challenge is huge, right? I was of the opinion that they should have already announced that they were going to go to Unity or New Match Engine, right? When they had the game really all done and all done, Yeah. Okay, now we're going to try something different. Okay, so we're going to try this setup. Okay, but here we're going to try something crazy. Okay, CM attack. Winger attack. This is gonna be mental. We call it the march of the attack brigade. Okay, so these guys are all gonna come in. So CM attack. Okay. Now, this guy roaming playmaker. So we got a whole bunch of fellas coming up. Okay, we got one libero as well. This is a mental system. Okay. All right. First up, let's try and make space for everybody. Winger is gonna go this way. So we'll try and get this guy to be a mezzala on attack. All right. Okay. Mazzala on attack. We got this guy. So this guy is gonna come in here this way, but on the side of the libero. But that's a bit risky. That's a bit risky. There's too much movement on this side. So we'll do a CM on attack. So he goes forward, and we'll put the Mazzala here. Okay, Mazzala will come in here. Then we have the libero coming in here. Okay, this is insane. I don't think this is gonna work. But hey, man, poacher by himself. Okay, all right. Okay. Let's see if this works. Okay, this is crazy. This is bizarre. Okay, roaming playmaker going up. Mazzala is gonna go here. Winger is giving us width. This winger is gonna give us width. What about maybe we try something like an F9? Okay, somebody is probably going. I'm a deep line forward support. I don't go into the box. Okay, so he's just gonna drop, and then all these guys are gonna charge behind him. Does that even make sense? Dear Lord. It's not going to work. They chose to migrate. Actually, yeah, they should have. Okay, this is something, it's called running in parallel, right? Okay. Something that we sometimes do, right? When we are moving from one software to another software, we do a parallel run, meaning while we're working on the new one, we also doing the new, while we're creating a new game on the new engine, we're also making sure the new game is available on the old engine. So we're doing a parallel run at the same time to see whether or not, so that we don't screw ourselves over. Probably parallel runs they're expensive. They're very expensive because you gotta double the workload, right? So you can imagine double the employees. Yeah. So they took a big gamble, no? So they decided, okay, fine, we're just gonna do it. We move to the new one, and that's when you find out how challenging it can be. Okay, all right, let's see. Oh, we haven't even come out of our own half yet, so this is not good news. We haven't come out of our own half, though. Maybe we should be a bit more less gun-ho. Okay, all right, standard defensive line. Let's go up. No prevention because we ain't got players to do prevention goalkeeper distribution. All right. Be more expressive. No, let's forget that. Right defense, not our friend. No pass into space because that ain't happening. Okay. All right. So, okay, we minimize a lot. Okay, let's hope that this helps us out. How often do you do tactical reviews? I would like to say, we do on Wednesdays, man. We could do a show called Diagnosis. You can bring your tactics in. Yeah. Well, I always play with people's tactics. Yeah. Can we try a 3-striker system the next match? Maybe. Okay, all right, we'll do a 3-striker system for fun. Yeah, okay, we're not trying a 4-1-4-1, okay? Because I want to do one where I got one roaming playmaker, right? Okay, so let's see the transition, okay? Yeah, this is what I was waiting for. I just want to see what it looks like, okay? All right, so we got our... It starts here. This is where it starts. Okay, there we go. Libero is moved in here. Wait, there's a roaming playmaker. No? Look at where the roaming playmaker ended up. Okay, so we got one there. Roaming playmaker is here. Libero is here. So we got 3. This is the fullback. The fullback went here. And the fullback is here. The winger came back to support the fullback. We lose the ball. They go into a 4. Again, they can't bring the ball forward. Okay, so what do we need? Run a defense. Yeah. We need to dribble more. Okay. Or that. Yep. We need to dribble more. So the libero is doing all the dribbling. Okay. So we need to encourage right defense. So that, yeah. Because we got the guy breaking the tier where the libero did it. Yeah. So we do diagnosis, Mr. Jumanji, on Wednesdays. Yeah. So bring those tactics, man. Yes. Yeah, bring the tactic along or play the tactic. The game is fundamentally very easy. It's just how crazy you want to be with the game, that's all. I always make insanely stupid tactics, sometimes just to see whether it can be done. That's all. I mean, I'm not going to make the basic, everyone's making the same tactic. I'm not interested in it. I mean, I won't say I'm not interested in it. It's just, okay, there's only so many combinations you can make a 4-2-3-1, right? Yeah. So, I will, what we're going to do for PAL Gaming. I'm going to do a 3-4-3 after this, just for you. But I'm going to do it in a crazy way. That means there will be no defenders in the tactic. There will be defenders. We're just going to make them all liberos. Yeah. So this is okay. I mean, looking okay, but it's not that good. Yeah, there's no kick in this tactic. Yeah. There's no kick. It's better to put them all here. Maybe someday they'll go here. Yeah, there we go. Hey, this works so well, no? Miranchuk, what's your problem? I had to do that just to move you up the pitch. You got a problem. You don't want to go up. Okay, Miranchuk goes up here. So we go winger support. Okay. I don't know why, but the moment you do this, they collapse. We do this guy poacher. That's it. The more you do this, they cannot play football already. Bring out the Joey. Yeah, when I do this, they can't play, after that, because our 4 will cramp their midfield, rather their formation. There we go. First highlight is ours. Unleash the inner Joey. That's just a question of where you want to place it. No, this is the thing about the game. Wait, what happened to the analysis? Oh, there we go. I want to see their formation. I want to see our formation. There we go. Okay. See, this is what I mean by you're choking the formation and he can't play anymore. Because they have a 5-3-2, right? So the moment you put like 4 fellas in the final third, right? The tactic can't move. Just a question of whether or not you can win the ball back. So we have to make sure that we have the right players. Dumfries. Do we have a make sure? Because we haven't even checked whether our players can play in a position. We just happily just create new tactics. Okay, go. Okay, all right. Okay, let's go to. That's enough. Okay, let's go to key highlights. Okay, I want to see this. AP. Roaming playmaker AP. Who needs an AP? Come on. Shadow striker. Oh, go attack. Come on. Yeah. The root is a shadow striker. Of course not, right? I told you, right? We didn't bother with who's playing in which position. We just dumped them into this. So, like, these are all 3 central midfielders. Yeah. What was it there? We want to see a 3-4-3, right? Yeah. Just got to try, for fun. Okay. Let's just go to the next game. Because I make a 3-4-3. Then we just go on attacking mentality. Dressing room. I'm disappointed. We're not creative enough. Probably going to lose a lot of players here. Put him here. Okay. Right. Oh, you come here. Okay, there we go. We got our equalizer. See, 4-1-4-1, right? You should put a lot of pressure on this team. Yeah. Blue Neri is scored. Nope, they didn't. Offside. Okay, our Roby playmaker is 7.3. One of the best roles for a single one-man midfield. But of course, we don't have the ideal players for the system. The wingers need a lot of aggression. You notice they go with 3 strikers if losing a bit. Wow, they have 3 strikers. I have never seen it, no? In all the time I've been playing this game, right? I've yet to see the AI come at me with 4-3-3 or 4-2-4. Yeah. So it could be unique for the league that you're in. I'm very interested, no? Because, what league are you playing in, Propel? Because I have not, no? I've been a long time since the AI has come at me with a 4-2-4. I have not seen a 4-2-4 or 4-3-3 against me. So we lost this game. Yeah. Too many tactical changes, but I didn't play the right players. Mine's okay. Blue Neri. Atalanta are going to get relegated at the rate I'm going. Okay, let's try a 3-4-3, yeah. Okay, let's make a 3-4-3, but we want to do it differently. Okay, so we are going to make a 3. Okay, yeah. Let's take you, put you here, take you, put you here, take you, libero, support, libero, support, libero, defend. Okay, since I got 2 liberos coming up, you guys are volantes. And then you guys are wingers on support. And go play target forwards on attack. 2 target forwards on attack. And 1 advance forward. How's that for a plan? The craziest looking tactic I've ever made. Okay? This is the most stupid. I think it could work, you know. It could work. It could work. Winger, volante, libero, 1 libero defense. So this guy coming up, this guy coming up. These 2 volantes coming up. The target forwards are going to wait, and these guys are going to try and come around them. Then 1 advance forward is a target. Okay. I just want to see I just want to see how they play out. That's all. Whether or not it works or not, I don't know. I just want to look for 1 or 2 transitions as being a starting point. Yeah. Okay, all right, so let's quick pick. See what we have. Scalavani, Toloi, Kolisinac, Home, Hataboa, Miners, Volante. I'm looking at the Volantes coming up to the target for. All right, tell you what we'll do. Target for and support, Okay, all right, let's go. This is a high tempo 4-3-3-4-3. Yeah, this is crazy, you know. This is definitely high tempo. Don't waste any time. Yeah, boom, extremely high tempo. If this works, right? So we got these 2 volantes. Because what I did was something similar, but strikerless. 3 shadow strikers. The 3 shadow strikers will work. Yeah. With 3 shadow strikers. Oh, we already got 1 shot, 2 shots on target. Oh, no, we got the key highlights. Ladies and gentlemen, we are creating chances, man. Libero goes back to the goalkeeper. Plays 1 long one. It's a shot, baby. Okay, now we know what this role is supposed to be. Sweeper, keeper on attack. So we got the 4 playmakers at the back. He scored a goal from a corner. It's like, this is stupid. I tell you, this is gonna be stupid. I'm laughing, you know. Okay. All right, Colisina is looking at me going, hey, dude, seriously, can you give me pass into space right now? I did. Go more direct. Like, what is going on with this manager, man? Oh, goalkeeper is the one trying all the chances because nobody else can do it. The person is coming up to create chances of the goalkeeper. That was funny. Yeah, nobody else is doing it, right? Okay. I tell you what. Okay, we make the goalkeeper's day a bit easier. Okay, all right. I tell you what, goalkeeper. I give you a choice. 2 roaming playmakers. You don't get lost. Now we got 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 cooks now. Yeah, he's making key passes, right? You know, the goalkeeper is the one with the most key passes. Sorry, 2. Okay, now we got roaming playmakers. Okay, liberos. My goodness, there's so many cooks in this. Oi. This is crazy. This is being mental. Okay. 2 roaming playmakers, 3 liberos, and 2 wingers. Okay. I think maybe what we do. It works. What? They want the ball. 1 highlight, and it works. Come on, yeah, go in there. We got a goal. There's 1 back. Okie, who created this libero? Comes up. He finds the winger. It was none of the creative fellas, no? Okay, all right. Tell you what we'll do now. We change these target forwards. We go in there, target forward attack. Target forward attack. You don't have to come. You don't have to go down. Okay? Maybe it's too many. 2 target forwards on attack. Rushing in, are you? This is a loaded tactic. This is a crazy tactic. This is insanity. This is totally insane. I don't look. I don't think it's going to work. Okay. I don't believe that. I think in all tactics, there has to be some balance. Yeah. So you got to make a tactic that's bad. This is a heavily unbalanced tactic. Yeah. So one of the reasons why, like if I was new to the game, right? If I come in, the game does nothing to help me, Like if I create a tactic like this, thinking, this sounds like a logically good tactic, where, two roaming, three liberos. If I don't know anything about football, there's nothing in the game that will tell me that's a dumb tactic. But you look at the scoreline. 3-3. Because I got nobody defending. I got all the everybody's attacking the box. Look at who's at the back. There's no rest. This is what I call a tactic where there's no rest defense. There is no rest defense. Everyone is attacking. This is what we call the musketeers. One for all for one. There's no defense. What defense? All for one for all tactic. Yeah. Oh, harakiri. I've never come up with an all for one. You want to FFL? This is all for one for all tactic. Come, go and play. This is one I've got all for one for the musketeers. So what we did was to make my transitions faster, right? That's why I went target forward, at once forward. So that because I'm playing high tempo, they won't spend too much time thinking about, hey, you know what, who to play the ball pass to, this and that. Because I'm using the 3 roles in front, I know the ball is going to transition up the pitch really quick. And then, again, the stupidity is the what do you call it? The roaming playmakers and the liberos. Because we got to defend. This is funny, man, this tactic. Okay, let's take the rune. Okay, tell the rune, the rune is on yellow. All right, so Zappa Costa on the right, Waterboa, and then we put Mitchell Baker here. Oh, okay, let's go. The midfield has been replenished. Fresh players. So if I were to make something like this, right, 3-4-3 like this, which is a bit insane, okay, I'll have a lot of I'll have aggression here. But then because of the target forward, once forward, right, the transition from back to front is very fast. Yeah, because you don't have to worry, because the game has got an engine that says, oh, you know what, I had an advance forward there, okay, focus on attacks. I got target forward there, okay. Do you know what? I think the most craziest tactic I've ever seen has got, it had 5 target forwards inside it. And it still worked. Oh, this is entertainment. Goalkeeper has gone forward. I can't believe it. They're not defending. How can they even be? How can they even be leading this game? This is insane. Do you think there's a chance TA is going to join? Is that Dropbox where you can view and send pics? No. Pictures? No, man. I don't do pictures, brother. I don't do pictures. Oops. No. No pictures, please. Man, I don't know, man. What's going to come? Do you think there's a chance TA is going to join Man City? I doubt it, Yeah, I don't think Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to go to Man City, right? It'll be... If Trent Alexander-Arnold goes to Man City, right? It's worse than Michael Owen going to Real Madrid or Michael Owen playing for Manchester United. Yeah. Because when Michael Owen went to Manchester United, it was game, set, match, over for him. It became... A lot of Liverpool fans hated him after that. No, I don't think TA is going to do that. I think the TA saga has been... Give him some time, We know what's going on. And I think there's a lot of uncertainty for some of the players. Yeah. Hey, we broke... Yeah, the 3-4-3 broke the losing streak, right? Told you, entertainment. We came out with a tactic that entertained. Okay, guys, I want to go and put the children to sleep. So I want to thank everybody for coming in today. Tomorrow we'll be back for more. I think we'll just carry on making some crazy tactics tomorrow. How's about it? Tomorrow we make a few more different tactics. We continue with some crazy shapes. So tomorrow we come back, we do some more crazy tactics. Okay? See what other crazy shapes you can come up with. I remember maybe one of the guys who used to, one of the viewers on this channel, he once came up with a tactic that was in the shape of a circle, and it actually worked. All the roles and duties were shaped in a circle. No? One big O. And the tactic worked. As in, we gave it to the AI to use in a simulator competition, and he won the competition. The wheel won a competition. So I'm still trying to figure that one out. So I want to thank everybody for coming on the stream today. You guys have been absolutely sensational. Please take care of yourselves. I want to go and put my kids to sleep. I shall be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a great one. Take care. Love all you guys. Stay safe, guys. You can hear the sound, right? All the fireworks are starting. Yeah, there's a lot of things happening around here. So my kids, yeah, I just want to make sure they're okay. Bye.